Friends, and welcome to my channel. I am Cher. Have you ever seen a live mermaid? We're going to meet one today. Make sure you stick around for my interview with this one. We'll also introduce where it is the only place where you can legally swim with manatees. We'll scope out some beautiful sunset views, kayaking, and give you a full tour of Weeki Wachee Springs, the legendary spring where even Elvis visited. Come travel with us as our family heads to the beautiful Crystal River Weeki Wachee Springs. There are so many things to do and see, so make sure you stick around as our family scopes out all the adventures for you. So this area is located about an hour north of Tampa, Florida. So if this interests you and you want to check out the area, make sure you pop that subscribe button and we are going to hop right in. Now, here is the Airbnb that we stayed at. It's just outside of Weeki Wachee, Florida. Now, let's talk lodging for a moment. You can find some amazing Airbnbs. This one was right here on the canal with manatees where you can literally paddle to lunch. There's not a lot of lodging options in the area because it's such a pristine, untapped area of Florida. Truly authentic Florida here. But you can have some Airbnb options. There's also a couple of hotels, including the Plantation. But besides that, there's not a lot of like condos and resorts like you see in other areas of Florida. But I'm giving you a tour of this Airbnb that we stayed at. It was 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it was perfect for our family of 4. I highly recommend it, and I'm going to try to put the link to this Airbnb down in the caption for you. The host was amazing. You can even use the kayaks in the garage here and life jackets, and we did, which stick around for that. But it was just a wonderful little place. It has this amazing little back porch area with a view of the river. A hot tub was included in everything, and we just really enjoyed this stay. So again, if you're looking for a place to stay, I highly recommend this one. Great service. A great area. I do recommend that you bring lots of mosquito spray because the mosquitoes were definitely hopping, but such a great experience. You could really just make a vacation out of hanging out at this little place right on the river. You got your own personal dock. You have a boat ramp here. All the little houses have a boat ramp, and that's kind of like their driveway. Here is the back of our place. This is so neat. It is awesome. Loving this. Cannot wait to get out here. Kayak. Everybody's hungry. So we're going to see what we're going to do. So we were hanging around just enjoying our time at the place, and then we needed to get a late lunch, early dinner, so we went in search of where to eat.
Uber Eats, sit here by the water, eat, I don't care. Like, you're probably going to get like chain restaurant food if we do Uber Eats.
Ooh, that looks cool. What is that?
It's called the Upper Deck Restaurant.
Oh, and it has a beach with it?
Yeah.
And a park?
Do you want to go back that way?
Huh.
I can't remember what the menu was on that one.
Yeah.
That was
I think I looked at it and I couldn't.
Yeah.
So we ended up going into a place called Hernandina Beach, and it was such a beautiful little town with boats and everything, but just had to take you on some of this ride with us. Truly the Florida experience here, the palm trees, the swampy lands, just beautiful and breathtaking. And we settled on this place called the Silver Dolphin. It was a cute little restaurant and gift shop area. It really had those Jimmy Buffett vibes. You feel like you're kind of living in Key West. Loved it so much. This cute little eccentric gift shop with lots of quirky little gifts. Feels like you're at the beach. And you come through the bar, and here's a tour back to the back patio where we ate. And the true amazing little vibes there on the river or outside. But we ate on the patio with a view of the river. And then I wanted to just give you a little tour of the menu. You have lots of beachy seafood type foods, just feeling like you're in Key West, from burgers to quesadillas to shrimp tacos. Definitely a Key West beachy Florida experience. Pretty out here. And a little time out on the back patio. This is definitely where it was vibing and the music was happening. And we can come out here and feed the turtles and the fish. There are manatees and alligators in this water as well. But we just enjoyed getting to sit and look at the turtles and feed them. Great little experience. Highly recommend this cute little restaurant on the water. Just be the fish. They're swimming under there, huh?
They're so cute.
Mama, the little baby riding on the mama.
I'm a turtle thing. Here. Here, little boy.
And back inside, I really enjoyed my shrimp tacos, delicious. And then of course we had to take a look at the dessert menu. They have a lot of ice cream and different pies. I always love to get my key lime pie, especially down here in good old Florida. My son enjoyed some ice cream. The hubs loved his key lime pie as well. And my daughter had strawberry cheesecake. And we were so fortunate that we were able to catch the sunset on the way home, so we had to just soak it up and enjoy it. I wanted to give you shots of this beautiful drive home. Look at that. If there is anything that just screams Florida, this area is it. So beautiful in all its natural, pristine wonder and state. Coming back towards our neighborhood where we're staying, you can see a lot of the homes are on canals like ours. And we just enjoyed the rest of the evening hanging out here at the Airbnb. A little bit of downtime at sunset out on the water. You can see the house lit up, so pretty. And just you can enjoy a campfire because there is a fire pit. And the next morning, it's time to wake up and enjoy our day. A little breakfast out on the deck here. The neighbor was heading out on the boat early. So nice staying in this place. So first on the agenda, we headed to La Conta, Florida, where the Mertailers Aquarium Encounter is located. This has actually only been open for a year, and so a lot of people don't know about it, but it's a lovely little aquarium and a place where they also do mermaid shows. Okay, we are entering the aquarium. Just a little like mom and pop type shop, but it is amazing. It is everything my family wants. This is a great family experience, and for the littles, they will really enjoy it. You come visit the aquarium. You can see these parrots over here. Just get to see a little bit of everything. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's happening?
He's looking at me.
Not one of those big ones. They're only found about 65 below sea level.
Lots of sea life here. My daughter will not be happy because I'm fast forwarding a little bit through all the sea part, and she loves this stuff. She wants to be a marine biologist, so she was absolutely in heaven. She could have spent the entire day at this aquarium. So one of the neat experiences you can have at this aquarium is you get to pet some stingrays. All of the stingrays have been debarbed, which does not hurt them apparently. It is just the stinger in their tail. They just require you to wash your hands first and use 2 fingers softly.
That's my favorite. Oh, here we go. It's like a little cheddar hug every time.
So I would plan for about 1 to 2 hours for your stay here, and make sure that you plan your stay around when the mermaid shows happen at 3 times a day. Speaking of, here we are getting ready for the mermaid show. It doesn't stay super busy, but I would still plan to be there a little early to get your seating. It does fill up. Like, wait a minute, what is that? Is that a fish? It's a mermaid.
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And here is the mermaid show put on by Mertailers. So this is the second mermaid show in the area. It's an additional one that they just opened up in the last year. The historical show at Weeki Wachee Springs is the one that most people have heard of. But this one is a really neat experience because it's just a lot more intimate and you can actually get right up to the screen, whereas at Weeki Wachee Springs, you might not be able to see the show quite as well. You're in a big theater. So I love this experience so much better. And you even get to stick around and take pictures with her at the end. So such a neat experience. So guys, I did have to cover over most of the original music in this, so I'm sorry you're not seeing the music from the show, but I don't want to get copyrighted on here, and YouTube has very strict rules about that. I also had to break up a lot of the interview with little pictures in between because of the music in the background, so I apologize for that, guys.
Here with
one of the mermaids. And what was your name again?
I'm Mermaid Annie.
Mermaid Annie, and we just saw her show. So this is the coolest thing. The first thing I want to ask you is, I noticed that your makeup is still on.
Yes.
Solid.
Yes.
So what makeup are you wearing?
We have some heavy duty stuff. We go for the waterproof, the super stay 24-hour Maybelline on.
Okay. Yeah. The eyeliner has
We
to
use
be
for
waterproof.
a lot of stuff. We
obviously.
use a piece of tape, which is kind of because
So it doesn't really show
Yeah.
under the water and things. Wait, how long have you been doing this? Because I noticed the place is only like about a year old.
Yep, we just had our 1 year in December, and I've been here for about 8 months now. And I've been a big fan of Bird Tailor for years. We've been making mermaid tails for 20 years, and when I saw the open aquarium, I thought, oh, that's so cool, it'd be so fun to visit. Then a few months later, they held auditions, and I said, I'll go down to Florida for the weekend.
Oh my
It'll just be a fun little vacation. I'm not gonna get it. And I got a call back.
How much training and everything goes into being a mermaid?
Yeah,
a professional mermaid.
That's quite a bit. It took me about 2 months of like regular, almost 40-minute, 30-minute sessions. The tank, getting comfortable on the air hose, which is what we use to breathe there. So we're slowly learning how to move in the tank through buoyancy. We're in salt water, so it's very easy to shoot right back out.
So how exhausted are you at the end of the day?
When I first started, it was a big like jump, and towards the end of the show, I was kind of like, your endurance just kind of builds slowly over time.
And then I guess like all the fish are just used to you.
There's a certain kind of fish in there called palamitas. They like to rub on us and sometimes nip. We just try to feel like it's all part of the show.
It said that the stingrays, their tails
Our debug in there, they're all very used to humans and they're very used to us. So
you probably get lots of little girls that love to come in and watch mermaids.
Yes,
and big girls.
it's sometimes kind of hard to like not suspend your disbelief for a minute because it's like you just see this girl doing all underwater. It's like she looks kind of real. Like
Have you ever had any wardrobe mishaps?
yes. When I first started, too close to our throne there, that's baby coral, and it had snagged on the top of my bra. So thankfully that was during training and not during the middle show. But
Well, did you have more of like a swimming background or a dancing background? Or both? Okay.
swimming for sure.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited you let me interview you. So such a fun experience getting to interview a mermaid, and thank you, Mermaid Annie, if you are watching, for giving me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So next on the agenda, we went on to Weeki Wachee Springs, and I want to give you just a full tour of the place. I got to explore all around it. So this is a legendary spring that has been around forever, and even Elvis has visited here. They have the mermaid shows right over here in this little theater across the water, and then over here you have the water park that had just opened the day before we got here. So it was pretty busy, but not too bad. The weather was fairly mild and people were just enjoying. There is also a kiddie pool area. There's bathrooms over here and picnics and a nice little place for the family. Now, the springs over here are supposedly some of the deepest in Florida. They have not even found the bottom of these caverns. Lots of bodies have gone missing from people diving, as are the case in a lot of springs around Florida, especially ones over near us around Tallahassee. But a really beautiful place for diving and scuba diving, and you could take some tubes and take them up the river over there as well. We missed a lot of the water activities because we were late getting there, but it was a nice time getting to swim for a while. You can see further up down the river over there, people go kayaking, tubing, you name it. I also want to point out that during the really busy seasons, you want to get there right when it opens, because once it fills up, they will not let more people in, and a lot of people have been very disappointed. This is why we chose not to go there first, because we are not morning people. They don't make reservations online either, but we luckily got in later in the day. And bringing you back for a tour around the rest of the property, this is more over on the show side. This is more along the entrance as you are coming into the park and you're coming over more towards the theater. You have a lot of wildlife just hanging out over here and little statues of mermaids. Just a fun little place. Little places to take pictures with the family, always the mermaid theme. And this is the actual Mermaid Theater up close and personal here. A little eating area, and they also have a playground for the younger kids on this side. And then back to the Mermaid Theater from the back side. I just kind of wanted to show you what it looked like. So retro. I feel like we're visiting the Disney Little Mermaid here. And we also have a little ice cream place over this way. And then there is even a place to have weddings and venue spots. And back over here, we have another little eating area. A further walk down will take you to an amphitheater, and there was a fun little guy out there just hollering. And then around here, you can do boat rides. They were closed at this time, unfortunately, and a fun little sign about the legend of the mermaid and how she settled on Weeki Wachee Springs. So over here, these are the boats, and so this is neat. It has glass bottom boats, and you can just take a nice little stroll out over the river to see wildlife in the water, but again, it was closed at this time, kind of a bummer. And around here you have Discovery Point. I believe they do other wildlife animal shows back here. Pokey and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yay! And back to the spring for a little more swimming. I will caution you that any springs in Florida are freezing cold. That spring water is icy. So here's me trying to attempt it, but oh my goodness, you got to really prepare yourself for that ice cold water. No matter how hot it is outside, it will shock you. All right, trekking out, doing some canoeing. Kayaking.
I'll help you in the lane to get in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably, I think I'll put y'all in the green one. Looks like it'd be most comfortable.
Hello. Oh, I see them.
Okay. Oh, Dad. So that evening we set out right around sunset, and it was the most glorious, beautiful kayak ride of my life, I have to say. Stunning, beautiful waters all around here. You'll find a lot of canals, a lot of little rivers and inlets all in this area, and so it is just perfect for kayaking. It's probably one of the most popular things to do in this area. I will say there's probably not a lot to do in the Crystal River, Weeki Wachee Springs, Homosassa Springs area if it's raining, because everything is pretty much outdoors, just really enjoying all of nature. Check out the sunset. Is that not stunning? And here's a little fish camp too we passed. And we just topped off the evening with the best soak in the hot tub and some family time, and it was just the perfect end to the evening. This is one of those times where we might not be as family friendly here, so I'm just going to edit the sound out of this. A nice stay in the hot tub with the hubs, so we're just going to move right on along and spare you guys. And it was getting late, so instead of going back out, we decided to just order pizza at the Airbnb, and it was fabulous. Moving on to day 3. Oh my goodness, it was a very rainy day. As I said, there's not as much to do when it's raining. We tried this Three Sisters Park, but it wasn't going to work in the rain, and no manatees were out, so we drove around Crystal River for a while. The original plan was to swim with the manatees, but it was raining, so it was rough, so we kind of drove through. This is downtown Crystal River. Sorry about the raindrops on the windows, but kind of gives you a feel of the quaint little town here. Some shops and restaurants and places to eat. You'll have a lot of diving tours and manatee tours. That's the big business here because this is the only place where it is legal to swim with manatees. So there are some rules about it, but you can get down in the water and get pictures with them. And so such a neat experience. We really wanted to do it, but the rain kind of ruined everything. So we went for kind of brunch, lunch, in order to kind of beat the rain, see if it would let up a little bit for us to do something. We stopped at this little place called Sarah's Diner. I believe this was still in Crystal River. We had pancakes. I had some French toast here. It was pretty yummy. The kids are always happy with breakfast for lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it. And then thankfully, the rain did let up. So we went on the hunt to at least see some manatees. So we attempted this Three Sisters Springs again, but no manatees had been sighted. They could kind of tell you at the booth there. And you can't really access the swimming area. You have to go by kayak. So we came over here instead to Kings Bay. It's a little park area and a pier, and you're supposed to be able to see manatees often in this little river. So we hung out here for a while and enjoyed the park and enjoyed the pier, and we went to see if we can spot any manatees. We didn't have much luck spotting any, but it was a nice little area to hang out. There we're starting to be all of the tour guys finally coming back out, as you can see here from the kayaks stacked up. So they offer a lot of the tours out of here, and you see some boat ride tours as well. Lots of little tours that you can book. You got people over here doing some paddle boarding. So nice little area. Since the rain was still behaving a little bit and it was sunnier, we came on over to Homosassa Springs State Park. So what you do here is you first park in this little building, and then they will take you on a tram ride over to the actual wildlife center. This is what it looks like inside this main station where you first come in, where you've parked your car. They do have a place to eat, and then you will come over and go downstairs, follow the bear tracks to go ride either a boat ride or a tram. And the boats were closed that day, so we did the tram ride. And you come over here and you sit and wait in line for a little while. And finally, the tram comes to pick you up. And it takes you back on a lovely little trail ride back through, feels like the jungle. You can see they've done some controlled burn here, and it takes you over to the property. There is a slight bit of parking, but not much. So I think this is why you ride the tram over. And then here is the wildlife center. This is where you can get some snacks, but then it's also where you actually purchase your tickets. Once you get off of this tram, it can be a long line, I will warn you, because there's just one person working it for the whole row of people that just got off of the tram. But once you're in, you are ready to see this beautiful nature center. This is definitely where you will encounter the manatees. Beautiful spring over here, just stunning area. And they have an underwater observation deck there across the way, which I will show you in a little while. But these are the springs. Look at that crystal water. You can see right through it. So when there are manatees over here, it is incredible to be able to witness them. And walking back here, you will do the nature trail. You get to see Lou the hippo, and you get to see an alligator up close. Just be glad that there is a fence between us and him.
But he isn't really moving. I see him breathing a little bit. They are very still.
which is... You'll see lots of different animals, from deer to bears, otters, and now we have our manatees. So this is the little manatee care center. They were in here, but then they were released, but this is where we finally spotted our beautiful manatees.
Hey, right here's a manatee.
Hush. And back across the water, we come back over to this observation deck. You go down below, you feel like you're kind of on a subway, and you can see all the underwater caverns and the fish, and possibly manatees if they swim by. Okay, that's different than I thought.
Wait, hold on.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wow, cool. Okay, I didn't know this was here. Cool. That's neat. Oh, wow, look at the fish. So such a neat place. I hope that gave you some great ideas for what to do when you stay in the area. I'm going to wrap it up here and end it. I hope you enjoyed today. Don't forget to pop that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one.